The night sky over New York City was unusually clear, the stars twinkling like diamonds against the velvety blackness. People went about their lives, unaware that their world was about to change forever. In the midst of the city's hustle and bustle, a faint humming noise grew louder and louder. The ground trembled as a colossal spaceship descended from the heavens, casting an eerie, otherworldly glow over the skyline. Panic erupted, cars screeched to a halt, people screamed and scattered, and the once bustling streets were now a chaotic mess. The spaceship landed in Central Park, its sleek metallic surface gleaming under the moonlight. As a hatch slowly opened, a ramp extended, and the first of the alien conquerors stepped onto Earth. The aliens, known as the Zorathians, were tall and slender, with shimmering blue skin and eyes that glowed with an unsettling intensity. Their leader, General Xylox, stood at the forefront, surveying the terrified humans with a mixture of curiosity and disdain. Unbeknownst to the humans, the Zorathians had been observing Earth for centuries. Their own planet was dying, and they needed a new home. Earth was the perfect candidate, but there was one problem: humans. The Zorathians saw humans as primitive and weak, but they couldn't risk a prolonged war. Instead, they devised a plan to hack the human genome, creating a subservient race that would be easy to control. Deep within their spaceship, Zorathian scientists worked tirelessly, manipulating DNA sequences and developing a serum that would transform humans into obedient drones. The plan was flawless, or so they thought. Among the chaos in New York, a group of unlikely heroes emerged. Sarah, a brilliant geneticist, Mark, a rugged ex-Marine, and Leo, a charming but mischievous hacker. They had been friends for years, their paths crossing in unexpected ways, but now they were united by a common goal: to save humanity. Sarah had been studying genetic engineering for most of her career, and when she saw the aliens' ship, she knew something was amiss. She gathered Mark and Leo, explaining her fears and formulating a plan to infiltrate the Zorathian ship. The trio managed to sneak aboard the spaceship, narrowly avoiding detection. Inside, they found the lab where the Zorathians were developing their serum. Sarah's eyes widened in horror as she realized the extent of the aliens' plans. But as she examined the serum, she noticed something strange: a small, seemingly insignificant error in the genetic code. Desperate, Sarah made a bold decision. She modified the serum, introducing her own changes to counteract the aliens' control. But time was running out. As the Zorathians prepared to release the serum into the Earth's atmosphere, Sarah, Mark, and Leo were discovered and captured. The Zorathians injected Sarah, Mark, and Leo with the serum as a demonstration of their power. General Xylox watched with satisfaction, convinced that the humans would soon be under his control. But something unexpected happened. Instead of becoming mindless drones, the trio began to exhibit extraordinary abilities. Sarah's intellect was heightened to superhuman levels, allowing her to process information at lightning speed. Mark's strength and agility increased exponentially, making him a formidable warrior. Leo gained the ability to manipulate technology with his mind, turning the Zorathians' own devices against them. As they fought their way through the spaceship, a new dynamic emerged among the trio. Mark and Sarah, who had always shared a deep bond, found their feelings for each other growing stronger. In the heat of battle, they stole moments of tenderness, their love giving them the strength to keep fighting. Leo, ever the jokester, kept the mood light with his witty remarks and playful banter. But beneath his humor, he carried a torch for Sarah, a secret he kept hidden to avoid disrupting their friendship. With their newfound abilities, Sarah, Mark, and Leo confronted General Xylox in the ship's control room. The battle was fierce, the room filled with the sounds of clashing metal and bursts of energy. Despite their powers, the trio struggled against the might of the Zorathian leader. In a moment of desperation, Sarah used her enhanced intellect to hack into the ship's systems, causing a massive overload. The ship shook violently as alarms blared, and the Zorathians scrambled to regain control. The overload triggered a chain reaction, and the spaceship began to disintegrate. Sarah, Mark, and Leo escaped just in time, watching from a safe distance as the ship exploded in a brilliant flash of light. The world was safe but forever changed. The trio's actions had not only thwarted the Zorathian invasion, but also unlocked the potential for a new era of superhumans. Governments and scientists scrambled to understand and harness these new abilities, while Sarah, Mark, and Leo continued their fight to protect humanity from future threats. Years later, Sarah and Mark married, their love story becoming the stuff of legends. Leo, ever the free spirit, continued his adventures, always keeping a watchful eye on his friends. The world had entered a new age, one of superhumans and endless possibilities. But somewhere in the depths of space, a new threat was brewing. The Zorathians were not the only alien race with their eyes on Earth, and the fight for humanity's survival was far from over. In the meantime, Sarah, Mark, and Leo stood ready, their bond unbreakable, their resolve unwavering, and their hearts filled with hope for the future. The world grappled with the immediate aftermath of the Zorathian invasion. Governments around the globe were in disarray, struggling to understand and manage the sudden emergence of superhumans. Fearing potential misuse of their powers, international leaders convened an emergency summit to establish new regulations and strategies for integrating superhumans into society. Sarah, Mark, and Leo were invited to share their experiences and insights. Their testimony was crucial in shaping the new policies. During the summit, they met others who had been transformed by the serum, each possessing unique abilities. Among them was a mysterious woman named Elena, who could manipulate elements and control weather. Recognizing the need for unity, they formed an alliance, vowing to protect Earth from any future threats. While the world began to adapt to its new reality, a shadowy organization known as the Dominion emerged, comprised of powerful individuals who sought to exploit the chaos for their own gain. The Dominion aimed to control the superhumans and use them as weapons. The Alliance discovered the Dominion's existence when Leo intercepted encrypted communications indicating plans to capture and experiment on superhumans. Determined to stop them, the group embarked on a covert mission to infiltrate the Dominion's headquarters, hidden deep within the Swiss Alps. The infiltration mission did not go as planned. The Dominion was prepared, and the Alliance found themselves outnumbered and outgunned. In the ensuing chaos, Sarah was captured, and Mark and Leo barely escaped with their lives. Desperate to rescue their friend, they regrouped and devised a daring plan to break Sarah out. Inside the Dominion's facility, Sarah endured intense interrogation and experimentation. Despite the pain, she remained resolute, using her enhanced intellect to sabotage the Dominion's efforts from within. Her resilience inspired the other captives, sparking a rebellious spirit among them. Mark and Leo launched their rescue mission with the help of Elena and the other superhumans. The facility was heavily fortified, but their combined abilities allowed them to breach the defenses. As they fought their way through, they encountered Dr. Luther, the Dominion's chief scientist, who revealed startling information. The Zorathians were merely the vanguard of a much larger invasion force. Sarah, managing to escape her cell, met her friends in the heart of the facility. The reunion was brief, as they had to fight their way out while freeing the other captives. The battles were intense, but the Alliance's determination and teamwork prevailed. With the Dominion's base in ruins, they escaped to safety, but the revelation of a greater threat weighed heavily on their minds. Back at their safe house, the group strategized their next move. The knowledge of an impending invasion forced them to accelerate their efforts to unite the world's superhumans. They traveled across continents, seeking out others like them, and forming a global network of allies. During this time, Mark and Sarah's relationship deepened. They found solace in each other's arms, drawing strength from their love amidst the turmoil. Leo, despite his feelings for Sarah, supported their relationship, finding comfort in his role as the group's humor-filled glue. Months passed, and the alliance grew stronger. However, the peace was shattered when the second wave of the Zorathian invasion began. Massive warships descended from the sky, and the world was plunged into chaos once again. This time, humanity was ready to fight back. Superhumans from all corners of the globe united under the Alliance's banner. Epic battles erupted in cities worldwide, with the fate of humanity hanging in the balance. Sarah, Mark, Leo, and Eleanor led the charge, their abilities and leadership inspiring others to stand and fight. The final confrontation took place in the ruins of New York City, where the first invasion began. The Zorathian mothership hovered ominously above, its weapons targeting key locations. The Alliance launched a full-scale assault, determined to bring down the alien invaders once and for all. Sarah, using her intellect, devised a plan to infiltrate the mothership and disable its main reactor. Mark and Leo fought valiantly on the ground, while Elena and the other superhumans provided air support. The battle was fierce and losses were heavy, but the Alliance pressed on. Inside the mothership, Sarah and a select team navigated the labyrinthine corridors, facing relentless Zorathian soldiers. They reached the reactor room, only to be confronted by General Xylox, who had survived the previous battle. A fierce fight ensued, with Sarah using her wit and agility to outmaneuver the alien leader. In a desperate bid to destroy the reactor, Sarah realized that someone needed to stay behind to manually trigger the overload. Mark, understanding the gravity of the situation, volunteered. Despite Sarah's protests, he kissed her one last time and made the ultimate sacrifice. The reactor overloaded, and the mothership began to collapse. The mothership's destruction signaled the end of the Zorathian invasion. As the alien warships fell from the sky, the Alliance celebrated their hard-earned victory. But the joy was bittersweet. Sarah mourned the loss of Mark, her heart heavy with grief. Leo stood by her side, offering comfort and reminding her of Mark's bravery. The world began to rebuild, and the superhumans were hailed as heroes. Monuments were erected in honor of those who had fallen, and humanity entered a new era of unity and strength. Years passed, and the world continued to evolve. Superhumans became an integral part of society, using their abilities to advance technology, medicine, and environmental restoration. Sarah, now a respected leader and scientist, dedicated her life to ensuring the safety and prosperity of humanity. Leo, ever the adventurer, continued to explore the world, helping wherever he was needed. Elena became a renowned ambassador, fostering peace and cooperation among nations. The bonds forged in battle remained strong, their shared experiences creating an unbreakable family. On the anniversary of the final battle, the Alliance gathered at the monument dedicated to their fallen friends. As they stood in solemn remembrance, a new generation of superhumans looked on, inspired by the heroes who had saved their world. Sarah looked up at the sky, a mixture of sorrow and hope in her eyes. She knew that challenges would always arise, but with the strength of her allies and the memory of those they had lost, humanity would face whatever the future held. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the city, the world stood united, ready to embrace a new dawn. And somewhere in the cosmos, the echoes of their victory resonated, a testament to the indomitable spirit of Earth and its defenders. Years passed since the final battle, and humanity thrived under the protection and guidance of the superhumans. However, deep in the cosmos, a distant signal reached Earth. Astronomers and scientists were baffled by its origin and complexity. Sarah, always the curious scientist, led a team to decode the signal, believing it could be a message or a warning. After weeks of tireless work, the team deciphered the signal. A distress call from another planet, under threat from the same Zorathian invaders. This revelation shook the world. Earth had barely survived the Zorathians. Now they faced the moral dilemma of helping another species or focusing on their own recovery. World leaders convened once more, forming the newly established Council of Earth. The debate was intense. Some argued for isolation, fearing another conflict would jeopardize their fragile peace. Others, including Sarah and the Alliance, advocated for interstellar solidarity, believing that helping others would strengthen their own defenses. Ultimately, the Council decided to send a delegation to the alien planet. Sarah, Leo, Elena, and a select team of superhumans were chosen to embark on this unprecedented mission. They prepared to travel through uncharted space, knowing that their journey could either forge new alliances or bring unimaginable dangers. The Alliance's ship, the Unity, was a marvel of human and superhuman ingenuity. As they journeyed through the stars, the team bonded over their shared mission. Sarah and Leo's friendship deepened, their mutual respect and understanding growing. Elena, ever the diplomat, trained the team in alien cultures and languages, preparing them for first contact. The journey was not without its challenges. The crew faced cosmic storms, mechanical failures, and the psychological strain of deep space travel. Yet, their resolve never wavered. They knew the fate of another world depended on their success. After months of travel, the Unity arrived at the alien planet, a lush world called Eridania. The Eridanians, a peaceful and advanced species, welcomed the Earth delegation with open arms. Their planet was under siege by the Zorathians, who had established a brutal occupation. Sarah and the team were struck by the similarities between the Eridanians and humans. They shared stories, technology, and knowledge, building a bridge of trust. The Alliance learned that the Zorathians had a central command center on Eridania, controlling their forces with ruthless efficiency. Among the Eridanians, a resistance movement had formed, led by a courageous leader named Elara. She possessed a unique ability to communicate with nature, manipulating the planet's flora and fauna to aid in their struggle. Elara and her rebels joined forces with the Earth delegation, creating a powerful coalition. The combined forces launched a series of strategic attacks on the Zorathian outposts, using their diverse abilities to outsmart and outmaneuver the invaders. The battles were fierce, with heavy losses on both sides, yet the spirit of cooperation and determination drove them forward. The Alliance and the rebels planned a final assault on the Zorathian command center, hidden deep within Eridania's most treacherous terrain. This mission would be their most dangerous yet. As they infiltrated the enemy's stronghold, they faced relentless attacks and intricate traps set by the Zorathians. In the heart of the command center, they encountered Zorathian High Command, a council of powerful leaders including General Xylox's successor, Commander Vex. The ensuing battle tested their limits, but their unity and strategic prowess ultimately led them to victory. Commander Vex was defeated, and the command center was destroyed, signaling the end of the occupation. With the Zorathians defeated, Eridania was liberated. The Eridanians celebrated their freedom, and the bond between their species and humans grew stronger. Sarah, Leo, and Elena were hailed as heroes, their names forever etched into the history of two worlds. During the celebrations, Sarah and Leo shared a poignant moment. The weight of their journey and the loss of Mark lingered, but their friendship had evolved into something deeper. They realized that their bond, forged in the fires of battle, could withstand any trial. The Unity returned to Earth, carrying with it the promise of a new alliance. The Council of Earth welcomed the team back with honors, recognizing the significance of their mission. The knowledge and technology exchanged between Earth and Eridania promised a future of unprecedented advancement and cooperation. Sarah resumed her role as a leading scientist, continuing to push the boundaries of human knowledge. Leo, ever the wanderer, took on a new role as an ambassador, fostering interstellar relationships and exploring the cosmos. Elena, now a celebrated diplomat, worked tirelessly to maintain the peace and unity they had fought so hard to achieve. Years passed, and the Alliance's efforts bore fruit. Earth and Eridania flourished, their partnership leading to breakthroughs in technology, medicine, and environmental restoration. The Superhumans became symbols of hope and resilience, their legacy inspiring future generations. Sarah and Leo's relationship blossomed, their love a testament to the power of unity and shared purpose. Together, they faced new challenges and adventures, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. As the sun set on a peaceful Earth, Sarah, Leo, and Elena stood together, looking out at the stars. They knew that their journey was far from over. The universe was vast, filled with endless possibilities and unknown wonders, but they were ready, their hearts filled with hope and determination. With the lessons of the past and the strength of their alliances, they embraced the infinite frontier, knowing that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. And somewhere in the vast expanse of space, new adventures awaited, their story just beginning.